How we doing? Is this better? We better? We better? What up, Dan? I think we should be good now. Give me a thumbs up. All right, word. All right, so we're gonna do our first DFS draft. Give me a thumbs up. Oh, let me mute this. There we go. We're gonna do our first DFS draft or whatever of all time. I've done FanDuel before, but I've never done DraftKings. So you might have to walk me through it a little bit and tell me what the best stuff to get into is. So let me go ahead and switch over to where you can see what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. I think this is the right spot to be, if I'm not mistaken. So I was going to just do like this $5 million fantasy football thing. But I also don't really know like what the best ones to do are. Let me see. Mega Millionaire, enter now for your shot at $1 million top prize. This contest is part of DraftKings Fantasy Tournament of Champions. In addition to $1 million, the winner will also earn a semi-final ticket to compete. All right. So what's the payout? Payout is 117 out of what? 600 entrants? If you're going for the low end, I would throw as many as you can at that level. What do you mean? Wait, is this like an instant enter? Because I also saw Underdog has their new stuff too, which I don't know if I've never done any of this either. I don't even know what this stuff is. I don't like doing single game stuff. Yeah, I don't really know like. Yeah, the DFS is a Build-A-Bear. No, I've done DFS. Like I've done FanDuel, but I don't know how to navigate this website, and I don't know which tournaments are the best ones to be in. Like I kind of want a tournament where, kind of like Best Ball Mania, where the top 12 to 25% get their money back, and then you have like top grand prizes. I'm not really interested in doing like small payouts. Like if I put in $5, I don't want to win 10. Like I'd rather just do a big tournament where I can win a bunch of money, but I still want. I don't want the payout to be like 5% of the league. I want it to be kind of like 12 to 25 gets their like something, and then like first place gets $1 million or something. Like the large field single entry contests. So what does that mean? How do I get there? How about that? Direct me through this. Casual beginner tournament. I feel like I would want a tournament. Look for the guaranteed payout, like how Underdog, it was a G icon. Okay. Guaranteed contest. I got you. So what's the difference between a guaranteed contest and a non-guaranteed? Experience badge, average results, roles and scoring. Okay. All right, I'm learning. You can filter at top for specific contests. You talking about right here? Or create? No, we don't want to create. Guaranteed means it pays in tiers and like top 70% get money. Damn. That's pretty nice. All right, so just for the first one, although I do kind of like learning from you guys, which one should I get into? Like, are you guys in any of these right here? How about that Bills game, though, huh? James Cook looking absolutely useless. Not as useless as Cam Akers, though. Holy shit. I will say having Stefon Diggs felt really good. But I was playing against Cooper Kupp in one of my leagues, so kind of a wash. Haven't done them yet. Okay. I had every part of the game nailed except the turnovers. Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is? Right before the game, someone in my redraft league dropped the Bills defense. So unless someone pops off the first week, I'm gonna just claim the Bills defense and get positional dominance. You remember my best ball lineup? LO, I had Allen, McKenzie, and Diggs. Dan, you know what the funny thing is? I had one of my best ball lineups where I had Allen, Gabe Davis, and Diggs. So I don't know where that team is in the pile of teams, but that one has to be looking pretty good right now. I don't think it's enough. Also, have you guys done any of these before? I don't really know what these are. Are these worth any? Like, are these worth doing or not really? It looks like it's still a draft style. I don't like the one game thing. I have Ertz, Murray, and Brown stack left on Sunday, and dude, you don't like him. Dan, that stack is gonna go crazy this week because Rondale Moore's out. Obviously, DeAndre's out. I mean, who's the they only have what, like Marquise Brown, Ertz, and Isabel or whatever. That stack's gonna go crazy this week. I don't know who they're playing, but it doesn't matter. All right, so we don't like these. Is what you're saying? We're gonna stick to DraftKings. Yeah, that's true. I saw Ertz was looking iffy, which selfishly I'd be okay if he missed because the team that has Cooper Kupp also has Zach Ertz, so I wouldn't have a problem with him not playing in that league. I just need Murray to beat Allen. Good luck. Good luck, bro. 31 points. I made another trade yesterday in a different league, not the same league, but a different league. I love preseason trades. I feel like you can get a lot of value and stack your bench to kind of like, because I feel like longevity is more important than any one player. Just like over the course of the year. You liked it, Dan? I'm glad you did because I felt like in the redraft, the 3-team, it was smart. Yeah, I was thinking so too, although I was kind of like, I don't know, it was a big trade, so I was second guessing it, but my theory was I let go of like DeAndre Swift and Kyle Pitts. That's all I really cared about, which is a first rounder and a fourth rounder, first and a fourth. And Stephon Diggs I already had, so I felt like exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like if one of those, like if I'm banking my whole season on one player, if they go down, I'm screwed. And in that trade, I was able to, like, Stephon Diggs could be a first rounder. I got CD, so that's my second rounder. I still had Travis Etienne, third rounder, and I got Mike Williams as my fourth. But the only difference is that I moved my bottom tier wide receivers up to be like 6th-round running backs. I think I have like 4 6th-round running backs, like Chase Edmonds, Ramondre Stevenson, Antonio Gibson, someone else. So like I have running back depth now, and all of my experience, the running back depth is what kills you. And even if my running backs don't get hurt, someone's running back's going to get hurt and come to me desperate for a running back because running backs are so hard to come by. So I feel like stacking that depth is really important. There are single entry and multi-entry contests. Single, you can only make one lineup. Multi, you can enter the contest limit number. So is it like a parlay? Do the lineups coincide with one another, or is it just like multiple, or is it just like best ball where you can do a bunch of teams? I think it's like that, like this multi-entry. So you're saying like here I could only do one team, and then here I could do multiple. Pitch goes down, you're effed. Swift might bust, and you look like a genius. You just need the guys you got to go out and perform at ADP. It was smart and redraft because waiver is so hard when everyone needs something. Yeah, no, I totally agree. And that's kind of the same idea I was going at with the trade I did yesterday in my other league. The other league is my 10-team league, and I basically traded Barkley and Michael Pittman for it's kind of funny because I got Kyle Pitts back. I traded Saquon Barkley for Jalen Waddle and Rashad Penny. So I have that upside running back, and I got Jalen Waddle. And then I traded Julio Jones and Michael Pittman Jr. for Kyle Pitts and Kareem Hunt. So I feel like I kind of made out on that one too. Kind of the same deal, just stashing some high upside running backs to where if like a starter got hurt, I'd all of a sudden have a starting running back, and then I replace him with someone that's like pretty comparable. Like Jalen Waddle versus Saquon Barkley season long. I mean, that's kind of a toss-up. Kyle Pitts versus Michael Pittman Jr. season long. That's kind of a toss-up, but I got Kareem Hunt as well, and I got Rashad Penny. So it's kind of the same type of thing where I'm splitting those single players into like a pretty comparable player and then a backup running back. But since I did that, now I think I'm going to use my waiver claim on the Bills defense just so I have that positional dominance in one of my leagues. I don't know who drafted it, or who dropped them, but I'll take them. Okay, so that's what you're saying. All right, so which one of these are you guys gonna hop into any of these? Like maybe one of these $5 leagues just to get it started. Which one are you guys thinking? Style classic. I like the single entry 50K or 100K. Okay, where's that? 50K. Let me do this. Free. All right, wrong way. 50K or 100K. Like this? Oh, no, that's not single. Heavy hitter. Like this one. Single entry. No, this is afternoon only. I don't want that. What about this one? Single entry early only. Could we do early only? What about this guy? NFL Red Zone, 100K, single entry. What about this one? How do we feel about this guy? Like the single entry 50K or 100K people contest. Oh, 100K people. I'm so lost. You have a better shot against the max entry type players. All right, I'm trying to do one like that has an entry fee of $10 or less, preferably 5, and whatever one you guys think is the best. So like direct me on which one. Tell me scroll up, scroll down. I need to be walked through this. 5. You said 100K players, which I think is what this is. Entries. Unlimited. So like you're saying 50 to 100K. So that's like in this range. These are all multi-entry. What about this guy? No, that's just Denver. Where do you even see that, bro? All right, we might just have to hop into one here. Get it started. I don't really know which one, but I'll just find one. 50K to first. What is this? How's this guy? Single entry. What is this? 50K to first. 1,000 people get paid out of 4,000. So yeah, that's like 25%. That's what I'm looking for. Entry 75. I don't want to pay $75 for my entry fee. Come on. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. I'm trying to sign. Okay. Top 25% is pretty consistent. Okay, cool. That's what I'm looking for. I'm surprised that there's not a whole lot of single entries, to be honest. I'm looking for the single because that's what Chris said he likes. Yeah, but that was a 70. I see that one looked like the one I wanted, but I don't feel like I don't want to spend $75 on my first one. Plus, I only have $10 in right now, so I'm just trying to get like a cheap one to get my feet wet. Trying to bang this out. I actually have friends coming down for week 1 football, so they'll be here in like 30 minutes. Dude, I like having football back is I like forgot how much of my life, like how exciting it is and how much I look forward to it because I hadn't had it since February. And now that it's back, like I feel like a little kid, bro. I just like inviting all the friends. I'm watching football as much as I possibly can. I need to buy like I guess I'm gonna have to buy NFL Red Zone because I want this. I want Sunday Ticket, but I'm not buying DirecTV for that. Although I did hear that Apple bought out NFL Sunday Ticket for next year, so I'll buy it next year. But I'm not buying DirecTV for it. So unless you guys know anything different, I'll probably just end up getting red zone. Because I live, I mean, I'm a Ravens fan, and I used to live in Maryland, but I moved south, so I don't even live close to close to Baltimore anymore. So I don't get Ravens games, and every time I try to stream it, it's like such a pain in the ass. So I just want to buy a Sunday ticket and watch all the games because I would, but I'm not buying DirecTV. The Millie Maker should be $10. A Millie Maker. Can I just type that in? Millie Maker. All right, go away. What is this? Go away. We could do golf. Say screw football, do golf. What do you guys think? Millie Maker. Mega Millionaire. $4,000 entry, bro. I haven't done DK myself. Do you do FanDuel, Dan? I used to do FanDuel, but I feel like more people do DraftKings and like more podcasts talk about DraftKings. There's also a promotion going on with DraftKings where if you put in $10, you get Fantasy Pros, like Hall of Fame subscription for 6 months. So I figured I'd give it a shot. FanDuel was cool. FanDuel was cool, but I figured I'd give this one a shot. Kind of waiting on Chris's guidance here, though. I'm just trying to hop into one, to be honest. I'm on a time limit. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I found out about it after I signed up for Underdog. So I had to do DraftKings because other ones, like, I don't remember what they are, but I wasn't interested. So I figured I'd just sign up for DraftKings. I think they're, like, partnered, too. Well, I guess they obviously are. But... All right, what about this one? I feel like this is good, right? Or no, this is double up. Yeah, I don't want double up. I would do just one of the $5 tournaments in the single are usually a little pricier. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think. I just want to get into one, to be honest. NFL Huddle, single entry. What is that? $5. Oh, wait, this could be good. What about this one? This was good. 9,000 entrants, 2,000 get paid out. First place gets $4,000. Is this one good? Oh, wait, where'd it go? Oh, right here. Looks good. All right, we're just going to send it. We'll send it. Oh, okay. All right. Let's log it in. So we have a quarterback, 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Just make the playoffs. Wait, is there playoffs in this? I thought it was a 1-week contest. No, it is. What are you talking about? Make the playoffs in what then? Fill me in. JT at Houston. All right, let's do this. NFL. Let's look at these matchups. See what kind of values we can get. You talking about the top 2,000 entrants get paid back? All right, so we got Eagles at Lions. I think that actually might be a little closer than people want to give it credit for. I'm not saying it's going to be all like back and forth, but I do think that the Lions are going to put up a little bit of a fight on offense. But I love Jalen Hurts in this game. I love Jalen Hurts this game, and I love DeAndre Swift. I know the Eagles didn't do too well last year against running backs. I think the Hurts is super. I drafted Hurts like everywhere I could get him. Everywhere. Hurts is like. I look at Russ. Oh, you're saying Hurts is expensive in DFS? At home screen, so I clicked NFL Classic 13 game. The first contest listed is $1 million tournament. I like to bust wide receiver in DFS. You mean bust like defer them to cheap options? Yeah. So what do you guys do? Where do you allocate your money for the most part? Because I've done FanDuel plenty of times, but I really didn't have a strategy. I just kind of would go through and grab players that I like to match up and then make the team work. So you're saying you'll spend up at wide receiver. QB is easy to make up. I feel like you have to spend up at running back too, right? Tight end, you can kind of defer a little bit because you're really just fishing for a touchdown there. And look for steal running backs. QB easy to make up. Floor tight end. All right, we just got to start playing around here. I think like the lowest tight end, Cole Kmet is pretty cheap here. Kind of surprised. Njoku Tunyon, I really do like Njoku as well. Can I leave this one? I didn't. Wait, all right, hold on. You want me to join the same one as you? Bro, I don't. At home screen, so I clicked NFL Classic. 13 games. Like, where do you click 13 games, bro? Henry. Yeah, actually, yeah, okay. Henry's super cheap, too. Chris, get me there real quick. I don't know how to change it to 13 games. $13 games. Here we go. I got you. Can I just click on this? I'm sorry for the delay. Why does this keep coming up? Go away. All right, I'm just going to have to go into one. Is the mill tourney a different lineup each week and then playoffs? Like, how does it work? Or is it just 1 week? And you're good. This is perfect. I bet a ton of people are going to be first timers this year. All right, cool. You make me feel a little bit better. See, I think it means 13 games like on the week. So like 1, 2, 3. That's probably 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's probably just the 1 o'clocks and 4 o'clocks, no prime time. That's what it is. And then we're going to do. No, we're not doing that. Total prizes. See, like I'm only getting. These aren't tournaments. This one is, but it's not $1 million. So that determines your player pool. Right, yeah. And that's what I usually did in FanDuel, is I would just do the 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock games. I don't like getting into the prime times. I mean, I will do it, but I like doing the 1 to 4 o'clock games. Honestly, this is a lot more difficult to navigate than FanDuel, I will say. Or at least, okay, let me give it a chance. I still don't know where these $1 million prize pools are. Like, I'm getting maxed out at 100K. Primetime is such a big risk and big reward plays. And, like, you can also do the prime times where you have the multiplier. Like, you can do the individual games. So, like, maybe if I'm feeling spicy, like, let's say I won that week in the 1 to 4 o'clock games, then I could do, like, maybe I would mess around and get into one of the prime times. But I really do prefer just sticking to the 1s and 4s. Okay, let me do this. I'm going to, I don't know why this keeps coming up. That's so annoying. Yeah, so this is, I'm just going to do this one right here. This is, yeah, I treat them like how I did sit and go poker tourneys. Free roll only because they are just a rando. Yeah. 250 to first. 60,000 get paid out. All right, we're going to do this one. Normal rolls and scoring, I'm assuming. Done. Done. It's decided. This is what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to spend up on wide receivers. So let's get into here first. How do I buy Cooper Kupp? Huh? Imagine. Okay. Got to risk it for the biscuit. That's right. So Marquise Brown, I'm gonna have to smash it because I think that this game could be, I think this game could be a shootout even without DeAndre Hopkins. And if it's just gonna be Marquise Brown and Zach Ertz, I have to smash Marquise Brown right here. At home screen, click NFL button, then click classic. All right, I'll try this one more time. One more time. Home screen. If I can't get it, then I'm done. NFL. Classic right here or classic? Classic. 13 game. 13 game button. Is that this? Like, why is it not? I'm clicking 13 game right here. Is this not the right spot? $13 game classic. That brings up all the major contests. I feel like that's what we're in right here. 13 game classic, and I was going to do this 1.25 million fantasy football. Yeah. Enter this one with us, bro. We're about to do this guy. All right, Chris, we're doing that 1.25 right here. This guy. This is what we're doing. I can't wait any longer. My friend's going to be here pretty soon. So what I was saying is I'm definitely okay. What about this? Let me ask you guys this: how are stacks looking in DFS? Is that like major key? Yeah, and Dan, I usually would do it Saturday or Sunday morning. Like that's when you can look out for these streams in the most part. But like I said, I'll have company over, so I'm gonna knock it out today. Depends on cost, but is it like okay? So Marquise Brown's going in there for sure. I can't not grab him. I'm just trying to see if there's anyone like sorted down here. Cause like the reason Sunday is really best is because like what about Deontay Johnson? Like I know, did we get news on him? Update, doesn't have an injury designation for Sunday's game against Cincy. Like if he was injured, I would bet on Pickens. You're saying you like Devontae Smith. I don't know if I can get there. Faded him 100%. Devontae Smith. The only problem is that Philly's going to run so much. And even if this turns into a like the problem is that last year when Philly played the Detroit Lions, they went up so fast, so early that Jalen Hurts had one of his worst fantasy football finishes that week because they blew him out so fast. So they just ran it the whole time. So the problem with grabbing Devontae Smith or AJ Brown for me is I don't want it to be a situation where they go up. I mean, where they go up fast and they don't need to throw the ball, which is very possible. And if I'm gonna bet on any of these games, I don't know if I want to bet on the Philadelphia Eagle passing game right away. Same with like Michael Pittman. Like I think Indy will go up fast. So I don't know if he's gonna have a whole lot of room for volume in that game. I think the Lions run with them too, but like I think we could get into a situation like DJ Moore at Cleveland, revenge game. Lazard is doubtful. Darnell Mooney, no thanks. You know who I actually do like here? Who did really well last year with the quarterback he'll be playing with, and I probably could get him at a pretty good value. Where is he? I think I like this pick, actually. I just got to see what he costs. Elijah Moore. I kind of like Elijah Moore right here. We'll put that in soft. Well, here's the other thing, too. Is it, like, I know a lot of times in best ball or in, like best ball drafts, it's good to bet on shootout games. And I do think Kansas City and Arizona could be a shootout game. So Juju and Marquise Brown might benefit from that. So it might be nice to have both of the star wide receivers in a shootout game, and Marquise Brown and Juju. And I feel like the prices on these two players aren't too bad. Hate Flacco. Like his TD chance, 20%. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Elijah Moore is I don't think Flacco's a great quarterback either, but Elijah Moore fantasy game log 2021. Actually, let's do this. Duplicate, and let's go Joe Flacco. Because if we look at Joe Flacco in his game log, he played weeks 10 and 11. So now let's go to Elijah Moore. In weeks 10 and 11, he had 10 and 21 points with 6 targets and 11 targets, 141 touchdown. So, like, even though I'm not a huge fan on Joe Flacco, I think that he likes Elijah Moore a lot. It doesn't sound like Garrett Wilson is totally up to speed yet. So I actually do kind of like Elijah Moore. I'm going to keep it at this for now and shop around. Just want 50-50 touchdown chances in this. Okay. That's a 15-point medium. Yeah, I guess we are going for ceiling, huh? Nah, that's a good point. We're not going for someone to get us 10 to 20 points. We're going for someone that can get us like 30. I think you can find better than 15. No, I got you. That's a good point. I'm building it like a redraft team where I should be building it with ceiling in mind. This is another interesting one, Brandon Ayuk. I know Brandon Ayuk and Trey Lance are looking really good together. And I know that George Kittle is probably going to miss this week's game. So if George Kittle doesn't play and Brandon Ayuk is looking good with Trey Lance in preseason, he might default to just throw into Brandon Ayuk. I don't think San Francisco runs away from Chicago fast just because it might be Trey Lance's first game. And I could get a Trey Lance stack in this situation because I don't think Trey Lance is probably going to be that expensive. Yeah, I could get Trey Lance for like $6K. What is that? That's like in between Cousins and Carr. And he has rushing upside. I kind of like this. Might as well go with Myers. If Kittle is at all less than 100%, Ayuk is going to go off, I think. That's the thing is like, they very well could run it a bunch. But regardless, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. So I think they will have to fight for points. Like, it's not like they're going to run it enough to just run the clock out and they'll be up by 30. Like, I think it will be closer than expected because it's going to be Trey Lance's first game. So even if they run it a bunch, Trey Lance could get a lot of those rushing points. And then I think it's in the range of possibilities that Brandon Ayuk scores 2 touchdowns. Like he could score 25 points there. Dan wants to know what DK costs. I was also eyeing up Brandon Cooks too, because Houston's going to be down bad. So Brandon Cooks could easily score 2 touchdowns too. I don't think Nico Collins will be up to speed. The only problem is he's 1,100 more than like a Brandon Ayuk. All right, where's Metcalf? Is Metcalf a primetime? He might be a primetime. Yeah, he's a primetime. All right, we're gonna leave it at this right now. Let's mess around. Oh, we get a flex too, huh? All right, so what is a sneaky defense? All right, we'll look at that last. We'll look at that after running backs. Let's just entertain this. Barkley at 6,100. Jesus Christ. I feel like you have to go Barkley here. Gibson looks good to be on. Gibson, I'm gonna hit Gibson real quick. It's not a solid, but like, let's just get him in there and see what we're looking at. Chase Edmonds for 52. Like, this is another one that I feel like this value is crazy. Practice fully. Yeah, he's gonna play. I'm picking all the players that are on my redraft team. This is a problem. Is now that I'm in redraft leagues, I got into a Best Ball Mania after I did all my drafts, and I just ended up drafting my redraft team. Edmonds is probably a must or a bust. On the season or this week? I don't think Edmonds is a bust this week. I think Edmonds could be a league winner this year. No, I know. That's why I was built. Remember, that's why I said I'm building this team like a redraft league. But regardless, Edmonds is probably a must. Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking. 5,200, and you're getting him cheaper than Ronald Jones. Yeah, like I feel like I have to grab this. Gibson is not that's not a lock. Not a lock at all. But we're gonna run with this. I usually will fill this up and then like tweak it when I get to like see where my last few dollars are. Nyheim Hines. You're saying he's the same price? Yeah. Gotta go Edmonds there. Which I might be able to replace Gibson with just like a stud running back if I can. Like I could do like a Jonathan Taylor if I do so much like Chase Edmonds. But let's go. You know who also is a sneaky pick is Mike Davis. I know it's Dameon Pierce. Hold up. Wait a second. Look at this value on Dameon Pierce at 4,800. How we feel about that? Because like, that's leaving you 5,300 per player left. Oh, here's my remaining salary. Okay. Which I'd have to, let's go through and fill it up, like you said. Let's go through and see what kind of tight ends we're looking at. I did like the value on, like, Irv Smith looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I know we haven't seen him, but he's a player that definitely has quite a high ceiling with the offense that Minnesota is going to be running under this year. And he's only 3,400. And you're getting him cheaper than, like, Tyler Conklin. Hunter Henry's value is nice. We said that. David Njoku. The thing about David Njoku that I really like is Jacoby Brissett hyper targets his tight end. So I think that is very possible he does well. Zachary is questionable, so I can't really grab him here. Mark Andrews, I don't feel like paying that high. Kyle Pitts is against New Orleans. I mean, that offense is garbage. Wait, I forget who we're talking about. Njoku's a stud. I kind of feel like betting on Njoku, to be honest. I really do think that Jacoby Brissett just hyper targets him. He's 3,900. We could get Hunter Henry for $100 cheaper. But I think that David Njoku is way higher of a ceiling. I don't know, though. I'm between Henry and Njoku. Wait, where's Schultz? Nah, Schultz is primetime. I think Freiermuth is a good option as well. I'm between Hunter Henry and Njoku though, but I'm feeling Njoku. Higher floor, same ceiling. Yeah, okay, cool. We agree. Let me fill. Actually, we'll leave. I have 1,200 left. So this is what I'm thinking. Like, what if I did? And then like Panthers at Cleveland. What defenses could get some value here? Patriots and Miami, no. Dolphins versus Patriots. Dolphins versus Patriots is kind of interesting. Commanders versus Jacksonville, that's a little bit interesting. Black is going to turn it over a lot. Trubisky hates his tight ends. Does he? Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about Trubisky. Not really someone I'm watching film on, that's for sure. I feel like the best value here is the Commanders because the Commanders have a good defense. I also like the Dolphins if we have to grab a value. But then again, like if we did someone else instead of Antonio Gibson here, we could grab Derrick Henry versus the Giants. Christian McCaffrey for 8,500. I feel like, I don't know. I really want Jonathan Taylor versus Houston. My only thing is like, I don't want to make it all about money though. I don't want to make it to where I'm spending every last dollar. Like if Jonathan Taylor's is my guy, then he's my guy. Let's see what he did versus Jacksonville last year. I mean Houston. Houston, 28 points, first time. Or no, second time, first time, 31 points. I gotta go Jonathan Taylor at Houston. Mixon, yeah. All right, let me think. Let me think. But Jonathan Taylor at Houston, bro. 30 points both games. Henry. Wait, who's he playing? He's playing the Giants. I mean, like, bruh. Didn't play the Giants last year. 50, bro. 50, 10, 22, 28, 38, 16. Jacksonville, Jets, Indy, Seattle, Arizona. And then like CMC. CMC still CMC. I know. Taylor is chalk. You think Taylor's chalked? I think you're probably right. Because, like, this game's going to be a shootout, too. Like, I'm thinking McCaffrey and Eckler even have a better value. Could I do... All right, what is Mixon? Mixon costs 7,100. Could I do something like... What about Aaron Jones, bro? Aaron Jones... Lazard isn't going to play. Aaron Jones might have a day. Could we do this where we do Flex Jones? We do Joe Mixon. And then we just go Ravens D. Why? I mean, I have the money. Why Dylan? All right. So what about that? Okay. So let's see. Let's stick with Gibson, Najee Harris, Josh Jacobs, Madison, Barkley. I still can't get over this Barkley value right here. Gibson, Kareem, ETN, Ramondre, AJ Dillon. I don't love AJ Dillon here. I'm not gonna lie. I can't go with him. I'm between Gibson, Barkley, and Jones. I like Jones, bro. Okay, let me float this idea. If I go Antonio Gibson. Keep the Ravens defense. I have $1,000 to upgrade to Mike Williams. What if we did that? We upgrade to Mike Williams or up QB, yeah. What'd you say? Public still hates Barkley. His redraft ADP was horrid. That's what I'm saying. Do we capitalize on Barkley right here? Edmonds. Yeah, you can't beat this Edmonds. What if we did A.J. Dillon here? Joe Mixon, Gibson. 65. I actually like this a little bit. Gibson, Dillon, Marquise Brown, Juju. We go and grab... You like Edmonds? Edmonds, Brown, Gibson. All right, we have 6,600. 6,000. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Let me think. What if we did... What if we really bet 54? Nah, I don't like that. Get into this dangerous range. No, thank you. And I don't feel like downgrade anybody else, to be honest. I mean, I could downgrade like my defense, but I think Ravens defense is going to do really well. I was floating the idea of going like Jalen Hurts and trying to get $400 back. You hate Gibson. Real? How? Jackson defense sucks. And Gibbs is going to be the starting running back. Plus his value is nasty. Ramondre Brees, Elijah, A.J. Dillon. We could go A.J. Dillon. I know he's been a circus, but I might. That's why we're getting the value we're getting on him. That's why he's $5,800. And he was a running back 11 last year. I know it's ugly, and I know he got benched and all the shit that went down, but I mean, it's kind of a committee. Not really, though. It's just J.D. McKissick. I got to keep Gibson. Let me just scroll down, though. Because like I was saying, I think like Dameon Pierce, bro. I guess he's playing a good defense. Where is Davis? Like, dude, this value could be crazy. J.K. Dobbins isn't going to play. No, we're not fucking getting Davis. All right, dude. All right, well, let's do this. If we're doing that, then we'll go. I do like the mix and pick. Jones, Mixon, Jones, Mixon, Jones, Mixon, Jones, Mixon, Jones, Mixon, Jones, Mixon. We'll go. How much cheaper is Jones? Because hear me out. Aaron Jones, Jalen Hurts, stack him with A.J. Brown. Grab Michael Pittman. I feel like the ceiling on this team is pretty high. Jalen Hurts, Aaron Jones, Chase Edmonds, Marquise Brown, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown stack, Juju Smith to correlate with Marquise Brown shootout game, David Njoku, Michael Pittman Jr., and Ravens defense. I'm too scared on Ramondre Stevenson so far at this point in the year. I'm too scared of him. Pierce Pratt doesn't score. Texas is likely to score with an oddball. Yeah, I agree. DBL stack, double stack with Smith. I don't like double stacks though. I feel like you're limiting your ceiling in a 1 week prize pool. They might not throw the fourth. I know that's a problem. Are you talking about Pittman or are you talking about the Eagles? You're probably talking about Pittman. All right, so we had 5,600. So we're like right in this range. Aaron Judge, Chase Edmonds, flex. Like I think you want your flex to be a wide receiver. I really do. Smith, Eagles, double stack with Brown. I can't, bro. I can't double stack in a 1 week league. Let's see if we can find 300 on RB. What do you mean? What are you looking at? Nah, Chubb sucks. All right, let's see if we can because we could make up some money in the defense. To be honest, I'm not in love with AJ Brown. I'm really not. Jalen Waddle, Nick Chubb, Terry McLaurin, Travis Kelce, DeAndre Swift. Yeah, no, you're definitely right. I like the Ravens too much in this matchup to not go with their defense. That's what I'm saying. I feel like even though it's going to be a blowout, like I feel like Pittman could score twice in the first half. I mean, it's a bad matchup, and I don't think they'll be passing the entire game, but it is possible that it's close enough in the first half where Pittman gets 20 points before halftime. AJ Brown is 6,400. Where he gets 9 points total, and Taylor and Himes just get fed. See, I'm looking how I could get this upgrade. Like if I take these two players out, these are the two players I don't love. I have 12K. And I like DJ Moore, dude. I actually like that. Revenge game. Cleveland's not a great offense. T. Higgins, I also like that. I think T. Higgins could have a really high ceiling in this game. I like Moore maybe here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking that too. Moore, Brown, Smith, and then 6K for our last guy. Montgomery has a nice floor, but I'm not really interested. Deontay Johnson. Is Deontay Johnson playing? That could be a good pick. Johnson doesn't have an injury designation on Sunday's game. I'd be scared to pick him, but that could be a good pick. He has a decent ceiling. Even like Michael Thomas. Because this is what I would love to do. I would love to do T. Higgins right here. How do you feel about that? I feel like T. Higgins' ceiling is 40 points. And if I had to make this up, like I could go Hunter Henry. I was between the two. I could go Hunter Henry. How do we feel about this right here? I think that looks good, bro. Jalen Hurts, Aaron Jones, Chase Edmonds, Marquise Brown, DJ Moore, Juju, Hunter Henry, T. Higgins, Ravens. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, but they might beat Hunter Henry. Yeah, I agree. And honestly, one tight end or one touchdown at the tight end position might be fine. I like I like David Njoku better, but I think because like the other, it's either David. All right, let me put it this way: it's either David Njoku and who was it? It's either going to be David Njoku and Deontay Johnson or Hunter Henry and T Higgins. I feel like Hunter and Henry and T Higgins have a better ceiling. I can't get behind Gerald Everett. I can't. He sucks. You hate Johnson. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, would we rather have Montgomery or Johnson or, I don't know, Michael Thomas, or would we rather have T. Higgins and Hunter Henry? I think we have T. Higgins and Hunter Henry. This is it. This is what we're doing. Should we lock it in? I need a lock-in button. This is my lock-in button. Skirt. Lock in. All right, that needs to say something cool. All right, here we go. Lock it in, baby. Boom. We in there. Bulk enter. All right, cool. Lineups. There we are. That's it. Yeah, I know you like that. I think it's going to be good, bro. Juju and Arizona and Marquise Brown. I like that pick a lot. I like that pick a lot. All right, that's it. Well, I appreciate you guys for coming out for the first DraftKings stream. We're going to do this all year long, every single week. We are going to normally do these on Saturday and Sunday mornings, but today I have a buddy getting here. Actually, he's probably about here, coming to watch football this week. So, but normally this is abnormal for our schedule. Normally it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. And then I might do like a starter sit on Tuesday or something like that. I still got to figure it out, bro. But this was awesome. I was wondering how this is going to work out on stream because I've always been doing the underdog fantasy drafts. So I was wondering how it's going to work. And bro, this is a lot of fun. This is equally as fun as underdog. Just as far as like streaming it and talking to you guys, there's no time limit, so we get to contemplate stuff and talk it out a little bit more. And after the first week of football, we're gonna have a lot more to talk about. So appreciate it. Gonna do a ton of pick'ems and DFS by Sunday. Oh, that reminds me. If you are not on Underdog Fantasy, sign up. Use code FFX54 below my head on the bottom right. And I say that because if you go on Underdog Fantasy right now, they're running a special for the first week on NFL with Tom Brady as half a yard. So if you're not signed up for Underdog Fantasy, go over there, sign up, use code FFX54. Your first deposit from $10 to $100 gets matched at 100%. So if you put in $100, you get $100 for free. And then you can use that $100 to bet on something free like this and get some money back. So you can bet the higher on half a yard for Tom Brady. Pick two more and you got an easy payout. So sign up for Underdog Fantasy if you haven't already. Look out for our DraftKings videos in the future. Thank you guys for coming out. Dan, I appreciate you for coming out and hanging out in the chat. Same with you, Chris. Happy week one, everybody. Hopefully everyone's fantasy week works out, and I'll see you guys on the other side.